Good evening, my dear student. This is Suraj Anand, chemistry teacher. Welcome in my channel, Chemistry Wala Anand sir. So, my dear student, let us start the class 10th chemistry in the different way in the simple and easy step of chemistry. So, my dear student, let us start the chapter number 1 of chemistry, chemical reaction and equation. This is the class of chemistry, class 9, 10. So, my dear student, let us understand first of all what is chemistry. Chemistry is the branch of science that deals with the study of the composition and the properties of matter and the transformation, that is change during the reaction that it undergoes. So chemistry is the branch of science that deals with the study of the composition and the properties of matter and transformation, that is during the chemical change or chemical reaction that it undergoes. We observe the changes in matter all around us, all in our surrounding. We all know. So the example, changing of water liquid into its water vapor or steam, rusting of iron, ripening of fruit, these are the examples. These changes are of two types. First is the physical changes and second is the chemical changes. So right now discuss the first one, the physical changes. What is the physical changes? A process in which a substance change in its physical appearance but there is no change in its basic composition. There is no change in the basic composition is called a physical change. For example, melting of ice, boiling of water, sublimation of solid or heating, etc. These all, the basic thing is the same. Second is the chemical change. The chemical change is a process in which new substance having properties and composition different from the original substance. The new substance made that is a different from the original substance, that are called a chemical change. That is burning of wood, decay of plant, change of milk into curd, etc. These are the chemical changes. Let us now understand the chemical change undergoes. We have to be understand the thing that should be the chemical reaction. The first thing is that we are going to understand the chemical change because before starting the chemical reaction we have to be understand the change. The change that undergoes during the chemical reaction, what are these changes known as, what are these changes outcomes, how they, what is the definition of chemistry and how chemistry can define the changes in the simple way. So my dear students, let us understand the chemistry in the simple and easy manner with the stepwise method and understand the chemistry in the simple and easy step. Come and join my channel Chemistry Wala Anand sir. So my dear students, let us look at the chemical reaction. Let us look at the chemical reaction. So my dear student, let us look the chemical reactions. What is chemical reactions? Let us understand it in the clear manner. What is chemical reaction? First we understand the chemical reaction. We already know what is chemistry, what are the changes, what are the physical changes and chemical changes. The process in which a substance or substance undergo, the process in which a substance or substances undergo change to produce a new substance, to produce new substances with new properties, are known as chemical reactions, are known as chemical reaction. For example, Let us take the for example. For example. For example, when calcium carbonate is heated, when calcium carbonate CaCO3 is heated, when calcium carbonate is heated, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide is formed. Calcium oxide, quick lime, and carbon dioxide is formed. So these are the chemical reaction. The balancing of chemical, the breaking of calcium carbonate into chemical oxide, the breaking up of calcium carbonate, the breaking up of calcium carbonate into calcium oxide, into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide and carbon dioxide oxide is thus a chemical reaction, is thus a chemical reaction because calcium carbonate changes into new substance, because calcium carbonate changes into new substances, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So the calcium oxide and the reaction you can see that calcium carbonate is going to heat it, that is changes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, that is calcium carbonate, and that's it, calcium oxide, and that one is the carbon dioxide. So my dear student, today we only understand the what is chemistry, what are the changes, what are the physical changes, what are the chemical changes. Next topic, the third topic, first the definition of chemistry, second is the changes, how changes comes, third topic is the type of changes, physical changes and chemical changes, and this is the chemical reaction. So my dear students, the process in which a substance or substances undergo change to produce new substances with new properties are known as chemical reaction. So the process in which a substance or a substances undergo to change a new substances with new properties are known as chemical reaction. Like when calcium carbonate is heated, calcium oxide, quicklime and carbon dioxide is formed. The breaking of calcium carbonate and carbon dioxide, the breaking of calcium carbonate into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, because the breaking up of calcium carbonate into calcium oxide and carbon oxide is thus a chemical reaction, because calcium carbonate changes into new substance, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So my dear student, these are the things you have to be understand in the simple manner, in the simple state. Let us now understand the second thing, what is the reactant and what is the product during the chemical reaction. You have to be understand what is the reactant and what is the product. We already discussed these things in the reaction, but we don't know what is the reactant and what is the product. This is the last topic of today, because we have to be understand the chemistry in the simple manner but not the lengthy. So easy stepwise chemistry learning is very good, not the lengthy. First we understand the reactant. First we reactants, and second we understand the reaction. So my dear student, the substance which take part in a chemical reaction, the substance which takes part in a chemical reaction, takes part in a chemical reaction is called reaction is called reactant, is called reactant. For example, for example, in the breaking up of calcium carbonate, in the breaking up of calcium carbonate into calcium oxide, into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, calcium carbonate is the reactant. Calcium carbonate is the reactant. Similarly, sodium and water are the reactant. Similarly, sodium and water are the reactant. Sodium and water are the reactant when they react. Next is the product. What is product? Let us understand the product. So, a product is a new substance. A product is a new substance. A product is a new substance formed in a chemical reaction. Formed in a chemical reaction. For example, hydrogen and sodium are the product. Hydrogen and sodium are the product of the reaction between products of the reaction between sodium and water. Let us understand the chemical reaction, equations and product in the simple manner. Like we are going to take the reaction on calcium carbonate. When calcium carbonate is heated, that is converted into that is the reactant, and that is the product. Second is the sodium plus water. When react, it gives the sodium hydroxide plus S. that is the product, and that is the reactant. So my dear student, so these are the things you have to be understand. They should be clear in your mind. It is written on the left hand side. It is written on the LHS of the reaction. It is written on the, it is sorry, written on the right hand side of the reaction. So let us understand these things in a simple manner. We understand the chemical reaction. Chemical reaction is the transformation, is the process in a substance or a substance undergo change to produce a new substance. So the substance we have to understand in chemical reaction. But what are the reactant? The substance which take part in a chemical reaction is called reactant. It is written on the left hand side of the reaction. In the breaking of calcium carbonate into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, calcium carbonate is the reactant. Similarly, sodium and water are the reactant when they react. And what are the product? A product is a new substance formed in a chemical reaction. A product is a new substance formed in a chemical reaction. Hydrogen and sodium are the product of the reaction between sodium and water. It is written in the right hand side of the reaction. Like that reactant and product, calcium carbonate when heated, it gives you the calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. That one is the reactant. It is taking part in the chemical reaction, and that was a new substance formed. That is calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Sodium and water is going to be react. That is the reactant. Written on the left hand side. Anyway, sodium hydroxide and water are the hydrogen gas is the product. So my dear student, these are the things today. What we learn today, we learn what is the chemistry, what are the changes, type of changes, physical change and chemical change, what are the chemical reactions, some examples of chemical reaction, what are the reactants, and what are the product with the different equation. So thank you for watching my video. This is Suraj Anand, chemistry teacher. Welcome in channel Chemistry Wala Anand sir. Give more views, like and share. And if you want to learn the chemistry in a simple and easy step, come and join my channel Chemistry Wala Anand sir. Thank you all of you. Take care. Good night.